Namaste. Welcome to Yoga Bliss with Shelly, and I'm Shelly. I'm here in the Great Sand Dunes National Park, inspired to share some yoga in nature. It's so beautiful, all these trees and a stream. Begin feet facing short edge of the mat, lifting up all 5 toes and gently releasing them, grounding into the 4 corners of the feet. Heart raised and lifted, raising arms to a T, extending them overhead. Hands to heart center, Anjali Mudra, pressing palms, kissing palms, raising up to the sun. Exhaling arms to a T and swan diving heart forward to Uttasana, forward fold. Swaying and sweeping the arms from side to side. Inhale, raising the back of the heart, rising up to the sun. Exhaling for a slight back bend. Inhaling, taking a moment to breathe, extending, swan diving forward to forward fold. Sweeping and swaying the arms forward in this forward fold, keeping a soft bend to the knees while rooting into the earth. Allowing yourself to find stillness in breath, breathing in the back of the body. Allowing yourself to find movement that feels good for you. Maybe it's extending the arms down and walking from side to side, or finding a little bit of a static, a still movement. Pressing the hands, framing the sides of the feet, extending the right and the left foot back into plank pose, grounding through the first and the thumb. Inhale, raising to Adho Mukha Savasana, down facing dog. Taking a moment to walk out your dog, lifting your sit bones up to the sun. Exhale to plank pose. Imagining there's a board on your back. Lowering your booty, opening up, pressing back into Adho Mukha Savasana, down facing dog. Down to the knees, extending back for Bhaktasana, for devotional pose. Opening up at the knees, opening up at the back of the body. Creating an active hand, opening up at the hand, and allowing yourself to sink in. Allowing yourself to roll. Imagine there's a marble and your job is to roll it forward at the tip of your nose, coming to Bhujangasana, Cobra. Raising up, grounding through the hands, going to the left and the right hand side, resting down to the earth, rising up for the Cobra, exhaling to the left, inhaling into the right side. Exhaling down to the earth, grounding through the starfish hands, planting the feet up into Adho Mukha Savasana. Walking out your dog, inhaling the right foot up overhead, tucking knee into chest. Exhaling to the earth, inhaling knee to chin. Exhale to rise, kicking that foot back towards that sit bone, opening up the hip, opening up the heart on the right side of the body. Taking a moment of stillness and breath. Inhale, tucking, planting the foot between the hands, raising up, either allowing that back knee to plant down to the earth, exhaling the leg down, tuning into the alignment of the knees, the ankles, extending arms, raising above for Anjaneyasana, crescent lunge for soft back bend. If you lose your balance, it's okay. Just be where you are, exhaling that back hind leg, powering through the core and the thighs and the glutes and the booty. Taking your pelvis and turning your hips towards the short edge of your mat. Inhaling, tuning into those glutes and that core, Anjali Mudra. Twisting up the side body, opening up at the left side body, powering here. And if you're feeling strong, stay up, or if you need to, you can float back down on a knee onto the earth. There's no shame in being up or down. Do what feels good for you. Twisting to the opposite side, wringing out the spine like a wet towel here. Taking a moment to breathe into the heart space. Allowing the hands to come, the left hand to come down to the earth on the inside of the foot, raising shoulder stacked over shoulder to the opposite side, creating energy from the tips of the fingertips raining down. And if you feel like floating back down to the earth here, that is okay. Exhaling, switching the opposite side, framing the hand on the opposite side, raising the arms, shoulders facing over shoulders. Inhale to rise, finding this beautiful spinal twist in this Anjaneyasana crescent lunge variation. Inhale, framing the feet. Exhaling, feeling powered, feeling okay with where you are. Inhaling, rising the arms up above and coming for a soft back bend. Powering down, allowing the hands to ground and root down, framing the foot, extending back to down facing dog, Adho Mukha Savasana. Walking out your dog, maybe twisting and allowing the knees to come in. Raising the opposite foot to the sun and tucking the knee into the chin. Exhaling, raise into the sun. Inhale, tucking knee to the chin. Exhale, rise and drop that back hind leg over to that booty and open up the hip, open up that body. Open up that body as you're in your three-legged dog here. Inhale to tuck and allow that foot to come forward. And if you need a little helping hand, help yourself forward. You can rest that hind leg back down on the earth, tuning in. And don't worry about me, I'm telling my children to be quiet. Exhaling, allowing the foot to track behind the ankle and the knee. Exhaling, the front knee and ankle should be stacked in a line. Hips facing forward while you extend, allowing the foot in the front to ground into the earth. Tuning if the knee is dropping in or falling out. Exhaling, rising, raising at the heart, taking a deep breath into the heart. Exhaling to a T, bringing hands to heart center. Tuning into that back foot if you're feeling strong. You can come up, or if you would like, you may stay down. If you're having discomfort in the knee, please place a pillow underneath. Toning the core, powering up through the glutes and the booty, and gently twisting at the side, taking a breath into that body. Twisting at the opposite side, bringing out your spine. Breathing, hands coming down to the earth, framing that foot. Tuning into your body, tracking down, hand to the inside of the foot, opening up. That shoulder stacked over shoulder, twisting out the spine, feeling powered through the core, toning in at the glutes, the booty, and the thighs. Exhaling the hand on the outside of the foot, using core engagement, shoulders stacking over shoulders, creating energy from the tip of your fingers, shooting up to the sun, down to the earth, into the core of the earth. Hands framing the foot, stepping forward for Uttasana, forward. Uttasana, forward fold, rising up arms to a T. Exhaling, cactusing arms, squeezing shoulder blades together. Exhaling, rising the arms up to the sun. Inhale, cactusing and sinking back into a chair pose. Sitting back into your chair, tuning into the four corners of your feet, planting into the earth, bending, creating a soft, gentle bend to the knees. Inhaling, raising up, planting the right foot into the earth, and exhaling the left foot up. Inhale, switching the balance into the other foot, bringing the balance into the left foot, then that little bit of that balance in that body. Inhale to raise, raising that back heel up to the booty. Exhaling for a one-legged mountain pose. Exhaling, pointing the toe forward and slowly allowing it to come back to the earth. Inhale, bending the right knee. Exhaling, pointing forward, allowing it to float backwards, pointing up at the hind foot. Extending to Tadasana, rooting arms up to the earth. Exhaling, arms to a T. Heart forward, fold. Stepping back into plank pose, powering through the shoulder blades, rotating the biceps out, planting through the first and then the thumb finger. Keep feeling grounded and rooted into the earth. Exhaling to down facing dog. Pushing those sit bones into the air, rising the right foot up, tucking the knee under the chin and planting it in between on the right hand side of the mat for lizard's pose. Staying either up on the knee or choosing to float down to the earth, allowing the back foot to release down. Taking a moment to feel this beautiful stretch here as you're planted into the earth and rooted. Inhale, rising up if you would like your lizard's pose more active. Exhaling for Akapada Kapotasana, the pigeon pose. Exhaling, tracking the back foot and the knee and the ankle and the hips, turning the hips forward. Exhaling, feeling this beautiful deep stretch in the body. You can rest down on your forehead or keep your hands up in Anjali Mudra. Do what feels best for you. or coming down to the earth if you have a block, resting your head on the block, or gently allowing yourself to just be wherever feels good. For a little more of a dynamic movement, bending the back foot, or you can stay where you are in pigeon pose. Exhaling, find your strength, planting that foot up towards the sun. Inhale to rise, toning through the core, toning through the quads, the hamstrings and the glutes, rising up through the core, keeping the pelvis facing the short edge of the mat, rising that hand up to the earth in the air. And if you fall and feel wobbly, it's okay. Just find that drishti, a visual point, and focus and slowly rise your body up. Take your time, there's no race. Inhaling, exhaling a sound, an S sound. Inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling a taking care of my injured son, shooting love to my little Milo, slowly exhaling down to the earth, making sure that little guy's okay. Exhaling, sending love to ourselves, breathing love to our environment, giving my son a little snuggly bear because he hurt his knee. Camping in nature is a little wacky. Exhaling to Adho Mukha Savasana. Pedaling out, left foot up into the air, exhaling it to the outside of the mat for lizard on the opposite side. Tuning into the hind, ankle, knee, glutes, the booty, the hamstrings, either resting down the earth or staying up for active or dynamic lizard's pose, letting that hip drop open and allowing that body to come rest down to the earth. I had to re-record this because the sounds of the river were so intense I couldn't hear my voice. So I hope that you're enjoying this in the great sand dunes. I had such an incredible time. Inhale to rise up at the heart, rising that hind foot up, coming in for Ekapada Kapotasana, the pigeon pose. Letting that hind foot track behind you, and if you have a pile of rocks behind you, that's fine. For a deeper stretch, your heel can be pointed more to 90-degree angle. I have tighter hamstrings, so I really like to nestle that foot in between. If you have a blanket at home and you have a lot of space between the open leg, you can really place that under that gap right there. You can inhale into your heart and exhale with an ah sound. You can stay here, or if you want something a little deeper, inhale to rise to my Om Ananda strengthening love pose. Exhaling, grabbing for the hind heel, powering through the glutes, toning the core, raising up, stretching, really powering between those back shoulders, rising up with the sun, feeling okay with where you are, grounded and rooting into the top of the leg, onto the earth, the knee into the earth, feeling the stretch, the comfort, the sukha, and the stira, the strength and the comfort and ease. Exhaling, slowly floating the foot and the arms back down to the earth, coming back to Adho Mukha Savasana, down facing dog, gently walking the feet to the short edge of the mat for Uttasana, gently rising up slowly and steady each vertebrae by vertebrae, taking a moment for stillness to tune into your body as I check around for my children and make sure everyone is okay. Exhaling, grounding and rooting into the earth here, through all four corners of the feet, lifting up at the toes, and really finding the alignment of the ankle to the knee to the hips, being aware if the hip is going to try to drop out in this balancing pose. For Vrikshasana, the tree pose, choosing either the ankle, the calf, or the inseam of the leg. Taking a moment to tune into your breath while I go check on my little wackadoodly children. Inhaling in a moment here. I'm still here with you, taking a moment to tune into your breath as we come back and really tune into the right leg or the left leg into the earth, focusing on a drishti, a visual point, and envisioning yourself in the perfect tree pose for you, whether that be at your ankle, your calf, or your inseam of your thigh. Making sure you're bypassing the knee joint. We never want to put pressure on the joint. Tuning into the body and the breath, breathing in a breath into the heart. Inhale to rise to that Vrikshasana, powering equally into the foot and into either the ankle or the calf or the inner thigh, allowing the hips to rise, raising up at the spine, growing at your tree, exhaling, allowing your branches to float, Slowly walking your branches up to the tree as I am rooted and grounded in these beautiful trees surrounding me. Exhaling, the arms raised overhead, feeling strengthened and comfort and ease here. Feeling okay with where you are. And slowly allowing the arms to waterfall and float down to what feels good for you. Maybe it's slowly twirling. Hello, Junebug. Camping is fine. Exhaling, floating the arms down. Slowly and steadily rising up and bringing the arms to a cactus. And slowly releasing that foot down to the earth and letting yourself shake it on out. Shake it on out. Find a movement that feels good. I love shaking out after balancing pose. Feel what it feels like between the legs and tuning into the opposite leg, the right leg. Grounding through the earth, tuning into the ankle, the knee, and the calf, and really planting that foot into whatever space you would like. Balancing out, powering if you're up at the thigh, powering the thigh into the foot, opening up at the hips, exhaling the arms to the side, slowly rotating and rolling the wrists out, trickling the hands, growing up, growing your tree and your branches. Look at those beautiful trees behind me here. I truly feel one with nature, where I am in the great sand dunes in southern Colorado. The energy is incredible. Floating the arms up, focusing on that drishti, that visual point. Opening your heart up, imagining your heart as the sun as you gently float and trickle your hands down. Slowly, hands to heart center, Anjali Mudra. Exhaling down to the earth and shaking it on out. Allowing your body to find a little stillness in Tadasana, in the mountain. Taking a moment to absorb the energy that you have created. Give your body gratitude for all that you have done and all you've created here in this moment. Tuning in to the left leg for Natarajanasana, the dancer's pose. Exhaling, really tuning into that foot and ankle, bending the right foot, coming up, reaching for the hind foot, and kicking as you raise. Plantar flexing the hand up above and kicking that foot back until you find that beautiful back bend. And slowly, as you've kicked as far as you can kick, hinge forward. Feeling the comfort and the ease. Inhaling and rising, finding this beautiful, graceful back bend here. Being one with the dancer and one with nature as you are. Inhaling, tuning into that drishti, and slowly being okay with where you are. Letting yourself be okay if you fall out or coming back in. Exhaling slowly down to the earth and allowing yourself to just wiggle out here. Finding the difference in the legs and tuning into the opposite leg. We're actually coming forward for a forward fold. My body feels like it needs a little something upside down. I need to sway and walk back and forth. So do what feels good for your back. Feeling the unbalance of this pose here. I can really feel it in my right side. I need a little balance action. Exhaling, tuning into the opposite foot, and allow yourself to be a little silly because yoga doesn't have to be so serious. Tuning into the four corners, the ankle, the knee, the hip. Exhaling, grabbing that back ankle and kicking that foot back. Kick the foot back as far as you can. Kicking up until that back really starts to bend. Really pinching those shoulder blades together. Exhaling, the arm raising up to the earth and allowing the body to slowly hinge forward at the hips here. Feeling that beautiful back bend in that body, that sukha and stira, that comfort and ease and that strength, that beautifulness, and allowing your body to come back to what feels good. Allow yourself to wiggle it on out, and come in for a forward fold, and maybe arching and crouching forward into a little package, and giving yourself a big hug on the knees, a little love, a buggy, and coming down onto the knees for a few and hands to tabletop. For a few cow and cats, rounding up at the spine, allowing the tailbone and the sit bones to just find a few movements that feel good, and tuning up to the body for Utstrasana, for the camel pose. Exhaling, you can keep the hind toes pointed up to on the earth, or you can let them exhale down to the earth, envisioning there's an invisible wall on your hips and your glutes, and your body really needs to keep tuned into the glutes, opening up with heart space, exhaling, diving the left arm back to the sacrum into your lower back pocket, finding a nice bend here and finding support there. Exhaling the opposite arm, finding support in the body. You can stay here if this feels good, or you can allow those legs, those feet to float back down, keeping those hips forward. And you can, again, stay here. This is a very deep back bend. Exhaling one arm all the way back, and you can allow it to come down to a block if you have, or touch the calf, or if you can reach for the heel. Exhaling the opposite arm, coming back, keeping heart open, feeling this beautiful back bend. Opening up, raising up the heart, keeping the glutes and the thighs toned, pinching and squeezing the thighs together, opening up the heart, raising and shining for one of my favorite yoga poses, Utstrasana, the camel, a beautiful full heart opening, enveloping the rays of the sun and breathing in and exhaling an ah sound. Exhaling, coming back up to that sacrum, feeling what it feels like in that body, feeling powered as you gently allow that booty to come back for hero's pose, staying up on the tips of your feet or allowing them to come down. And if you need to, you can cross the feet into the arches if you have limited mobility here, or you can use a blanket or a pillow in between. Allowing yourself to take a moment in this hero's in Vajrasana, taking a moment to absorb the energy that you've created, giving your body gratitude for nature, gratitude for all the hard work that it has done. Just really absorbing and allowing yourself to become one with nature, become one with your breath, and feel what it feels like inside of your body. Hello, Jackie Lou in his little onesie jammies. I wish I could wear onesie jammies still. I love them. How cute. Really feeling what it feels like in your spine to arch forward. So coming forward, tabletop, coming into some cow and cats, taking a journey with the spine, tucking the tail and the chin in, exhaling to the sun, or finding a freeing movement that feels good, maybe swaying back and forth. And then inhaling, for me it feels good for a down dog, but take a moment that feels, and a movement that feels good for you. Wiggle out your spine, or just take a movement. And if you can't find one, do a few cow and cats, really allowing the navel to drop into the earth as you journey with your spine. Exhaling the legs to the right hand side, allowing the feet to nestle in the arches of each other. Inhaling, really nestling down the sit bones. Inhaling to rise the hands up to the sun. Exhaling to twist to the left side. Keeping a soft twist of the body here, not compromising the integrity of the spine. Opening up the heart, exhaling, raising up to the sun. And inhale to twist to the opposite side, finding a gentle twist in that body. Giving gratitude. Inhaling in, exhaling, finding a neutral spine. And exhaling for a variation, for a twist of the sage, you can keep that foot out, or you can keep it tucked under if your hamstring mobility doesn't allow you, or your hips, keep it out. Twisting at the opposite side, hugging the right arm into your leg, and twisting and hugging into the opposite side. Really feeling the movement of the spine, and allowing yourself permission to cool down the spine after that beautiful heart opening. And exhaling, allowing the legs to journey underneath and coming to the opposite side, allowing the feet to nestle into each other. Hello, Junipa, June. Exhaling, nestling those hands together and giving gratitude that I'm here doing this with all of these children surrounding me in nature. Exhaling, rising the arms up to the sun. Junipa, twisting to the opposite side, allowing the left hand to rest on the knee, or twisting gently at the spine, finding that edge. Exhaling, twisting, letting that right arm rest on that left knee, twisting that body, wringing out that spine. Exhale to rise to a neutral. And inhaling for the twist of the sage, keeping either the foot out straight and crossing the top foot over, or bending it back underneath, grounding in through the leg on the earth and the foot on top, twisting and hugging that knee into that body. Exhaling to neutral, twisting the opposite side. Did you see that bird that flew by? Check out the roots on the trees behind me, really rooting into the earth. Milo James. Exhaling to the sit bones for a little bit of a Dandasana here, the staff pose, rooting in, keeping a soft bend at the knee. I have tight hamstrings, so I really like to keep a bend at the knees. Coming in for a forward fold, Parvrita Padottanasana, that's not right, but a seated forward fold, coming forward, Paschimottanasana. I'm not sure if that's right or not, but it's a seated forward fold. Keeping a generous bend in the knees and a generous bend in the back, or straighter knees and a straighter spine. Exhaling, one foot in, bending it in, and like in Vrikshasana, the tree pose, really pushing that foot into the thigh. Again, keeping the bend at the knee and the bend at the spine, or a straighter knee and a straighter spine. Taking a breath through the back of the heart, reaching either for the thigh, the ankle, or the foot. Oh, and switcherooning. Opposite foot, forward, folding forward. Taking a breath through that body and really feeling all the benefits from this practice. Exhaling both legs forward, moving up on the sit bones and slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, rolling onto the mat to the earth like a string of mala beads. Dusting off the dirt and the pine cones off of my feet. Exhaling, allowing myself to root in yourself, to root into the earth. Coming in for your final pose of surrender, Savasana. As you are in your final pose of surrender, allow yourself to truly let go. Let go, do a full body scan. And just allow yourself to be still as you breathe into your belly and exhale to the earth. I'm grateful for you in this practice. Hands to third eye, Anjali Mudra. Namaste, beautiful friends. I love you so much, and I'm grateful for this practice. I love you dearly.